All down is CNBC anchor Amanda Drury. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning, Amy.
Okay, so the market dramatically fluctuated all week long. To what do we owe this wild ride?
You know, I think this is a market that is lacking in direction right now. It's seeking answers to many questions. For example, is the U.S. economy backsliding? What is Washington doing? Is the Fed doing something to help stimulate the economy? And what does the downgrade mean? And we also have to remember there was a high level of fear and uncertainty in the market, and that always causes irrational moves. At the end of the day, though, if you had done nothing, you had not bought, you had not sold, net, you would only be slightly down at the end of the week. So really some very wild swings up and down.
Is this the new normal? Are we going to bottom out? More to come?
That's the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it? We're all hoping, of course, that the worst is over, but I would say that many people who speak to us on CNBC say that we could still see volatile and bumpy markets as the economy is trying to get its recovery back on track, as we're trying to work out also what is happening in Europe. People have to remember it's not just what's happening in the United States. What is happening in Europe and their debt problems has a big influence on our market as well.
How does this translate in terms of the impact on the everyday average consumer? Will we see changes at the grocery store, at the gas pump?
Well, that's an excellent question, and I think it is the one silver lining that we can easily point to, and that is because of the market turmoil, because of the problems we're having in the economy at the moment, it's been pushing down crude prices, and that in turn has been helping gasoline prices at the pump come down as well. For example, last week I think we were sitting for the national average at $3.70 per gallon. We've come down to $3.62. It's a drop of 2.3%. You might say, well, that's not much, but if it keeps on coming down on the same trajectory, we could end up at the end of August down to about $3.50 gallon or lower if it continues at the same trajectory.
Consumer confidence number, it hit its lowest level since 1980. What are consumers looking for to regain confidence in the economy?
Well, that consumer confidence number needs to be put in context. It was giving a snapshot of how consumers were feeling in early August, and just have a think about all the things that we were contending with in early August. There was all the problems with the debt ceiling. There was, of course, turmoil going on in the market. So it's not a huge surprise that we got that number. I think consumers really want to see direction coming out of Washington. They want to see clear leadership, that things are in control, and that they're going to, at the end of the day, have a better economy, more jobs.
All right, Amanda Drury, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Time now for a check of the morning's other top news stories, and for that we turn to Chris Jansing, who's over at the news desk. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Amy. Good morning.